Voyager 2, launched back in 1977, has been drifting silently through the vast darkness of space for over 45 years. Most assumed its glory days were behind it, but recently, something unexpected happened, something that has caught the attention of some of the world's most brilliant minds. A Nobel Prize-winning physicist has come forward with a chilling warning. According to him, Voyager 2 may have stumbled upon something that defies everything we thought we knew, not just about space, but about reality itself. The question now is, what exactly did it find? Why are details about this discovery being kept so quiet? And could this aging probe have encountered something we were never meant to touch? In the early 1970s, NASA scientists made an astonishing discovery, one that would only occur once every 176 years. The outer planets of our solar system, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, were aligning in such a way that a single spacecraft could use their gravity to slingshot from one to the next, gaining speed without needing additional fuel. They called it the Grand Tour. This rare planetary alignment was the foundation for Voyager 2's mission. Launched in 1977, it was designed to take advantage of this cosmic opportunity. Despite being equipped with just 68 kilobytes of memory and hardware that today seems primitive, Voyager 2 made history by becoming the only spacecraft to visit all 4 outer planets. Each planetary encounter revealed astonishing sights. Jupiter's roiling storms and volcanic moon Io, Saturn's haunting rings, and the haze-covered atmosphere of Titan that hinted at lakes of methane, Uranus spinning on its side with an unusual magnetic field, and Neptune's supersonic winds and mysterious dark spot. The information sent back wasn't just fascinating, it fundamentally changed how we understood the solar system. But after Voyager 2 passed Neptune in 1989, many assumed its mission had ended. Its cameras were shut off. The public moved on. Yet, the probe continued deeper into the void, largely forgotten. But what many didn't realize is that Voyager 2's most significant mission was only just beginning. It kept flying, past Pluto, beyond the Kuiper Belt, and eventually out of the Sun's protective magnetic bubble. In 2018, NASA confirmed the news. Voyager 2 had crossed the heliopause, entering true interstellar space. Alongside Voyager 1, it became one of only 2 human-made objects to ever do so. But Voyager 2 had a crucial edge. Its scientific instruments were still working, and what they began to detect left scientists stunned. Rather than the quiet emptiness scientists expected, Voyager 2 found chaos. Interstellar space wasn't still, it was active. Plasma densities rose rather than fell. Cosmic rays behaved unpredictably. Magnetic fields twisted in ways that broke with every model we had. The space beyond our solar system wasn't a quiet frontier. It was dynamic, even volatile. And then something even more mysterious happened. A burst of data came through, one that seemed to defy the known laws of physics. In early 2024, Voyager 2 transmitted a data packet that was immediately flagged as unusual. At first, NASA thought it was another aging system error. After all, the probe runs on decaying plutonium and decades-old software. But once the Deep Space Network fully decoded the signal, they realized it was no glitch. It contained a sudden spike in high-frequency electromagnetic activity, too precise to be random, too powerful to have come from the spacecraft itself. The instruments recorded an intense burst of plasma oscillations, and more disturbingly, a shift in background radiation that implied local curvature of space-time. That kind of reading, according to Einstein's models, should only happen near extreme gravitational sources like black holes or neutron stars. Yet there was nothing of the sort nearby. This anomaly didn't go unnoticed. The Nobel Prize-winning physicist who had previously dismissed such phenomena re-examined the data. His verdict? This is not a natural region of space. NASA stopped commenting after that. There was no press release, no further elaboration. Voyager 2 continued its journey. Only now, every signal it sent back was under intense scrutiny. Was this the first artificial gravitational signature ever detected? Or had Voyager 2 stumbled into a part of the universe where something, natural or not, was being built? It's important to remember that Voyager 2 wasn't just a machine, it was also a message. Attached to its side is the Golden Record, a gold-plated disc containing music, greetings in 55 languages, nature sounds, and a map showing Earth's location. Carl Sagan once described it as a message in a bottle cast into the cosmic sea. But what if that message was received? What if what Voyager 2 recently encountered wasn't a discovery but a response? The patterns in the recent signal weren't isolated. They happened in a sequence. First the plasma wave, then the strange shift in space-time, then sudden orientation changes in the signal. These weren't random glitches. They followed a structure, a pattern, a response. And if something had found Voyager 2, studied the Golden Record, understood it, then this might be just the beginning. Not long after the anomaly was detected, something even stranger occurred. Several of Voyager 2's long-functioning instruments went dark. They stopped transmitting. No cosmic rays. No plasma readings. Nothing. It was as if the spacecraft had entered a region where the very fundamentals of physics stopped working. Then, just as abruptly, the instruments resumed. But the transmission frequency had changed. Not by much, but enough for engineers to notice. The signal had been tuned, and not by anything the probe could do on its own. It was as if the transmission was being calibrated, externally. This raised an immediate and terrifying question. By whom or what? Inside NASA and among international astrophysicists, a divide quickly formed. Some insisted it could all be explained by natural causes, cosmic ray surges, magnetic turbulence, or rare space weather. After all, space is chaotic. But others, including some respected figures once skeptical of anything anomalous, weren't so sure anymore. The Nobel physicist reportedly said off the record, "Either this is a new form of energy interaction, or Voyager 2 has been altered. Either way, we've crossed into something beyond human science." Soon, rumors began to surface. Independent researchers, funded privately, had started building simulations to model the signal. Some claimed to have found repeating patterns that resembled structured non-human logic, almost like an unknown mathematical language encoded within the signal. But no current model using modern physics could reproduce the anomaly. Something in that signal didn't just challenge what we know, it bypassed the tools we use to know anything at all. Publicly, things stayed scientific. But behind the scenes, the tone changed. Intelligence agencies began to monitor the situation. Reports suggest even the U.S. Department of Defense was watching the Voyager data more closely. Classified memos reportedly described the event as a potential extraterrestrial signature with unknown intent. And suddenly, Voyager 2, a tiny probe powered by 1970s tech, was being seen not as a relic, but as a risk. Because if it had made contact with something intelligent, that wasn't just a scientific discovery, it was a geopolitical one. Think about what that means. That small golden disk carries Earth's location, diagrams of our biology, recordings of our languages and sounds of our civilization. If something intelligent found it, could they find us? What if this event was just the first move in a sequence we can't stop? NASA hasn't made any official announcements, but their silence, combined with tightened access to Voyager data, only deepens the mystery. If there's nothing to hide, why does it feel like something is being hidden? Beyond the technical and political questions, a far more profound issue is surfacing. Are we even ready to accept that we might not be alone? For generations, humans have gazed into the night sky, wondering if there's anyone else out there. We've imagined contact in science fiction and philosophy, but never truly prepared ourselves for it to be real. Now that moment may be upon us, not through some grand invasion or dramatic arrival, but through a faint signal from a tiny, drifting probe billions of miles from home. If Voyager 2 really has made contact, even by accident, then we must confront what comes next, not just in laboratories and governments, but in our very sense of who we are. What happens to our beliefs, our institutions, our identities, when we're no longer alone? This discovery doesn't necessarily mean aliens are on their way, but it might mean we just knocked on their door, and now they're deciding whether to answer. Voyager 2 wasn't designed to find life. It wasn't a search probe. It was a silent ambassador sent into the unknown to say, "We are here." But now, it seems it may have gotten a reply. Whether that reply came in the form of warped space-time, encoded frequencies, or something we don't yet have words for, one thing is clear. Voyager 2 has crossed into something no other human object ever has, and something, it seems, is on the other side. We like to believe that space is cold, empty, and indifferent, but what if it's not? What if there are patterns, watchers, architects, and we've been brushing against them longer than we realize? The alarm has been sounded, the data is real, the silence is deafening, and the question is no longer if we're alone. It's whether we're ready not to be. So now the question is yours. What do you think Voyager 2 found out there? Was it a glitch from aging hardware? Or was it the first signal from a cosmic intelligence we've long refused to see?